Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a you versus them love reading for Aries. We'll explore your energy, the energy of the person on your mind, and the dynamic between you, not to fix or chase anyone, but to support your clarity, self-trust, and emotional steadiness. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aries, please. All right, so your person is showing up as the King of Coins in reverse. All right, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You're showing up as the Three of Wands, okay? And what's going on between you, we see the Four of Cups. So I kind of feel like you're getting a little bit bored with this situation. I think you're waiting for this person to make their move, Aries. And it doesn't feel like they've done that yet or they're ready to do that. And we see the Lovers card. They're very attracted to you. They feel like this is a really important connection. But it almost feels like they're not making themselves seem like they're emotionally available. Now, of course, the Four of Cups could be that they're planning some sort of surprise offer. But let's see. The King of Coins in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, tells me that they haven't quite invested fully. And I'm wondering why that is. Yeah, but they have made up their mind. Okay, so they have made up their mind. Some of you, they've had a choice between you and someone else, or there's some sort of big decision that they need to make here. So not only just reaching out, asking you out on a date, telling you how they feel, but for some of you, maybe this involves like some sort of move. If this is a long distance relationship, for example, I think they've made up their mind that they do want to invest, and they may be surprising you, but it may be coming at a time when you're starting to get a little bit fed up, Aries. You're sick of waiting, and they're viewing you as the King of Pentacles in reverse. So they're showing up as the King of Pentacles in reverse, and they're viewing you as the King of Pentacles in reverse. So they know that you two are mirroring each other. You know, this person may also have been waiting for your next move, waiting to see what you were going to do or say. And, you know, and I think they realize now they've got to make a move here, that this is a stalemate situation. If they want victory, they need to move towards you. So the Three of Wands tells me some of you, this is a long distance relationship. And we saw that World card in reverse pop out, which is confirmation for me. For some of you, it's a long distance connection, but you're waiting to see what they do next. Yeah, Hierophant energy, Taurus coming through. You want a relationship. You see that this is someone that you could be with long term. You're seeing that this is someone that you may be very compatible with. But you're viewing them as the Fool in reverse, not taking a risk, not taking a leap of faith. And I almost feel like, Aries, you're at the point where like you need them to take a risk or take a leap of faith towards you. Now, maybe because you feel like you're the one that's told them how you feel, or you've been moving towards them, and now you need to see how they come at you. The Four of Cups tells me there's probably a surprise love offer coming in. Okay, but they're viewing the relationship as the Two of Swords, a stalemate situation. So like I said, this person you two have been mirroring each other. And I think this person realizes they need to move, they need to take action, or nothing is going to happen here. You're viewing the relationship as the Hermit card. I think you're making this person come towards you. You're looking at all the details. You're trying to make a wise decision about whether or not this person can match your energy, whether they can show up in a way that you really need them to. And with the Eight of Cups, I mean, I think you're in this place, Aries, where you're like, I want to move towards my 10 of Cups with this person, but if I have to, I'll turn my back on this connection. Yeah, so I think you're kind of forcing their hand here, Aries, and I think they've been kind of holding back, but I think they know that they need to make the next move if anything's going to happen here. All right, so let's see what else we need to know about them. All right, we see an official person. So for some of you, this person may feel like, this person just might feel like they don't have enough to offer you, the King of Coins in reverse. They might feel like you're out of their league, or maybe they're worried that like your friends and family are going to think that they don't give you enough, or they're not good enough for you. Yeah. And we see expectation. A lot of you, this person wasn't expecting to feel the way they feel about you. And they may not have been expecting this relationship to go the way it's going. All right. And we see unexpected income in reverse. So, you know, for some of you, there might be some financial issues at play. I also feel like this person is worried about equal give and take. Like, I think they're worried that maybe people around you aren't going to think they're good enough, or that they don't have enough to offer. Some of you with the King of Coins in reverse, this person has been struggling with their health or their finances. Okay, and they might not be feeling like the best version of themselves, or they might not feel ready to buy a ring or ready to move, or whatever your situation is. And we see change. Yeah, this person resists change. They could be someone who's like, you know, Capricorn. We do have Taurus coming through, and possibly Virgo. You know, an earth energy, you know, can be stubborn. You know, earth energy can be like, oh, change. One of my favorite readers once said, you know, for about like Capricorns, for example, is like making Capricorn, you know, Capricorn's making a big change is kind of like asking a ferry boat to take a really hard left. Like, it doesn't happen like that. So again, this person, you know, you might feel like they're dragging their feet a little bit. And Aries, you're quite fiery. You're up for taking risks. You're resilient. You know, you're better with change than maybe this person is. And again, you just might be on slightly different timelines here. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else do we need to know about them. So yeah, I think they know they need to make a move, or you're gonna walk away. Yeah, this person's been hiding their true feelings. All right, I don't think that they're pretending or they're gaslighting. I just think this person does really want this. I mean, the Lovers card tells me they feel this really strong passion and attraction and a soulmate level connection. But they may be kind of hard to read. You know, and the King of Coins in reverse also for me as a reader can be someone who, you know, things aren't quite what they seem. Yeah, they feel like your soulmates. And Aries, you might be like thinking, this person doesn't feel that strongly about me, or, you know, they're not in that much of a rush to come towards me, so they probably don't care. And I think that's quite far from the truth. They do feel this soul connection, partnership agreement, soul contract. All right, we see camera, so reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. So, I mean, I do think that, like, I think to a degree, like, you're looking at all the details. I think you're probably missing this person. But I also think, my Aries, you're not about to chase or overgive. You really are vetting this person to see if they can match your big Aries energy. Right? And we see Cupid's arrow, but Spirit saying, have faith, love is coming. There's a surprise invitation or meeting or hesitation. And that's the Four of Cups. I do think this person is going to surprise you. And what I love about this is the palm tree. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. This is what's going on between the two of you. So it may not seem like it right now, but I do think that there's a hope for this connection to become something much more than it is right now, and become something solid, stable, and secure. But I kind of feel like you're forcing this person's hand. And I think that's kind of what you need to know, or you need to see. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we see. This person has been non-committal. All right, I don't get that they're player energy non-committal. I feel like this person, again, making big choices and making big changes doesn't necessarily come easy for them. And especially if they've been single for a while, or this requires them to like move across country or change jobs or something like that. Because for some of you that is the case. And there's some financial concerns here. All right. But we see they're reluctant to share their feelings. Absolutely. I do get that this is probably someone who's a bit more of the stoic type. We see not showing their true feelings, reluctant to share their feelings. They're probably someone who's not good at it, is what I'm hearing them say. But I feel like, Aries, you're forcing the issue, and I think you're going to get what you want here. Okay, I really do. If you know, provided you want a relationship with this person, which I do think you do. You know, the Eight of Cups is telling me you're ready. You're ready to move towards your Ten of Cups. But I also think you've had the conversation with yourself, Aries, where you will also walk away from this connection if need be. All right, so let's go ahead and see, what do they want to say to you? What does this person want to say to you? All right. I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. Okay, so again, some of those fears of like, I'm not good enough. Will your friends and family accept me? I don't know if I can make this big change. Okay, and I just wasn't ready for you. So they may feel a little bit overwhelmed, Aries, by your energy. But with that said, I do think that they're holding back, but I think they're planning something new, because I also think they realize they will kick themselves forever if they don't try to make this happen. If they keep holding back, they'll lose you. And I think there is movement here, okay, or there will be movement. But let's see, what are their very next actions toward you? All right, making a decision. Making a decision, getting out of limbo, not holding back. They know that this is unsustainable and that you're going to walk away if they don't make their move or they don't invest. But we see the Magician energy in reverse. They're not quite ready to take action. So I think you may have to wait a little bit longer. But they're making this decision here that they want to invest. Some of you, they may be buying a ring, or they're saving up for it. But with the Magician energy in reverse, it's a bit of a slick energy. And I don't think this person is manipulative. Like, I don't think they're intentionally trying to hurt you or trying to dupe you or anything like that. But the Magician in reverse tells me, one, they might fear they don't have enough to offer you. And like I said, I keep getting something like they're worried your friends and family won't approve or something. But I'm also seeing too, like this person, they're making this decision. That's half the battle. And if you really do care about this person, you really want this person, I think you are going to hold space for them. But remember, you don't want to put your life on hold for somebody who's not communicating, somebody who's not taking action. But the Two of Pentacles tells me they are making that decision to invest or to start saving for this move or this change or what have you, because they recognize the nature of this soulmate connection. Okay, and they feel much deeper than you may realize. So we see your spiritual path. There's a greater purpose in life, and you are encouraged to explore and embrace the journey to your higher self. So this is about you really following your own path right now, Aries. It doesn't mean that you don't think about this person, you don't care about this person, you don't, but don't put your life on hold. Focus on your life path and your purpose. Embrace the journey to your higher self. Subtract your own agenda from the goal. Let go of the tight hold you have on the situation, as there's a higher power at work. So for those of you who are, and I do see you in this energy of waiting and wanting this connection, but Spirit's saying detachment. Subtract your own agenda. Just do you for right now. I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised with the outcome. And we see trauma and wounds. So deep familial and past life wounds are causing the impact in this life. Identify repetitive patterns to allow healing and releasing. So, that could be on your end, Aries, but I actually feel like your person here may be, coming to terms with some deep familial and past life wounding that have been impacting them. And there's kind of slow moving energy and their fear of making, major commitment. But what's beautiful is at the bottom of the deck, Aries, we have rediscovery. Peel back the layers of a person or situation to discover what you may not have originally known. And I actually think this is going to make you like them more, to be honest. All right. So Aries, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.